Dude, did you pay the electric bill? Look at this.
Dude, don't worry. We got flashlights on our mods now.
Yeah, I understand that these all light up and everything, but that's really not helping us. How the fuck are we supposed to upload a YouTube video without electricity?
Shit, yeah, I should probably pay the electric bill.
See how much fucking better this works when we actually have lights?
Told you, bro. I forgot.
I know you forgot. But, like, what would happen if France forgot to send the head of the Statue of Liberty? We'd be looking at a fucking decapitated bitch in a robe. So, I still love you, though.
Okay. I hate you.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome in Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Brian.
And today we are doing a follow-up / full review of the SIGELEI KAOS SPECTRUM mod, which, spoiler alert,
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we just did the first look, what, 3 weeks ago-ish?
Yeah, by the time...
Well, when this video goes up, I guess it'll be like a month or so.
Yeah.
But
we've been testing this nonstop since we did the first look, so...
let you guys know, we only have one. He bought one. I haven't bought one yet. I'm going to. I wanted to use it first to see if I wanted one or not, and yeah, I do. So, but we did the unboxing and kind of first rundown in our first look video. So we're going to go down close and show you some of the menu features, but not an unboxing. But we're going to go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, this is just going to be a really quick run through of like some of the features and stuff. Like I said earlier, we did the unboxing already in our first look video, which you can see right there. Anyhow, we have the KAOS. Obviously, is a dual 18650 mod, and it's very clearly marked which way your batteries go. And then 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. Let that load up, and it pops right up. You have your own readout. I don't know if I can get this on here or not, but you have your resistance, your live voltage of when you're actually firing the mod, your amperage pulled off your batteries. Then this is my personal favorite thing right here. You have a dual voltage readout of each battery. So it lets you know how much voltage is actually left on each battery, and then you have obviously your battery percentage there, and then a battery meter. To get into the menu, it's 3 clicks. And then that comes up with power TCR mode, or you can go down to color mode. We'll go through that really quick. Just hit the fire button, and then use the up and down buttons to scroll through the colors. So there's blue. This isn't going to translate real well on the camera, but there's blue. This one is it's kind of a dark yellow, light orangey color. It just looks straight yellow on the camera, but you got red, you got a light like kind of aqua blue, a purple, and a green. We're gonna go over our pros and cons later, but it would be so cool to be able to strobe that. Like the Smock X Cube had a strobe feature. That would be really cool to see on this. But anyway, it's still super cool. I really like this. And then when you hit the fire button again, it's going to ask you if you want it on when using. So just when you're firing the mod, and then it stays on for like 2 or 3 seconds afterwards. Always on. Oops. Always on, so it never goes off, obviously. Or you can just turn the light off altogether. And then to get out of that, you hit the fire button again, and bam, there you are. Then go back into that. Excuse me. And then if you choose the power TCR mode, that'll take you to power, stainless steel, titanium, nickel, or your custom TCR functions. I'm not going to go over all that. You guys know how to use temp control and everything, and it's exactly the same. But I'm going to leave it in temp or power mode for now. We really don't mess with temp control, unfortunately. So, and then one other feature that this mod has that I haven't seen anybody else mention, unless I just haven't been paying attention to other videos. This actually has a preheat function. So if you hold the up button and the fire button together for 3 seconds, it takes you into the preheat mode. And then right here, you can use the up and down button to choose your starting point for your wattage. And if you hit the power button again, you can go over and change how long it goes. So that's really cool. I'm super glad to see more companies doing that. And then if you hit the power or the fire button again, it saves that for you. But honestly, we went over the specs and stuff in our other videos, so I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I think we're going to go ahead and jump back out and just talk about this mod for a minute. All right, guys, that was the up close with the SIGELEI Spectrum Chaos mod. Up close and personal. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into the pros and cons. I have 3 subjective, and I mean very, very, very subjective cons. I literally had to nitpick the shit out of this because I couldn't find anything that I actually didn't like about it. Number 1, I'm just going to say, I wish the button was on the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
The Predator of this style of...
The Predator is the only one of these like compact mods that has the button where the screen's facing out, but I wish that the button was on that side. Not a huge thing. Again, super, super subjective. Number 2 is this leather pad thing is just ugly. I mean, it serves no real purpose. You can barely even feel it.
I almost want to say it gives you a little bit more grip from the texture, but I'd like to see something similar like the Alien.
Just that carbon fiber looks better, but the leather pad is ugly. Thankfully, not the issue we had with the Primo with the weird glue burning, nasty burning rubber smell or anything like that. So no functional problem with that. I just think it's ugly. I think it subtracts from the actual looks of the mod itself. Number 3, I wish you could scroll. I wish you could set this to like strobe through the lights. That one is so unbelievably nitpicky that I almost didn't even want to say it. But I literally had to find something bad to say about this mod.
Right.
Everything else completely pros for me. So
yeah, pretty much I agree. Like I said, I would have liked to have seen, and once again, it almost pisses me off that we even bring these to light.
Right.
But maybe, just maybe, SIGELEI will find this and be like, "Oh, fucking Dub and Ryan,
version 2,
yeah, version 2." Literally a month after this,
right? Do a Joytech and release a version 2 3 weeks after the first one came out. But anyway,
excuse me. Yeah. So my biggest problems or cons with this is first and foremost, like I said, I'd like to see this on some kind of a loop. Yeah. Where it could change from blue to green to purple to red to orange, and it would just kind of loop, as you would say. Once again, super nitpicky, because this is so unbelievably fucking cool, it's not even funny. But I'd like to see that. Another thing I'd like to see, because they did go and decide to have the button on this side a lot of times now, I am noticing that I am able to palm fire this with minimum effort because of how fat the button is. But if that was the case, I'd like to see a carbon fiber finish on this side, get rid of this leather pad, but I'd like to see because this is a mirrored image of this, I'd like to see a secondary light bar on this side.
That would be
that way, if for some reason you are finger firing it, you're still getting the cool light show going on. The other... Actually, I think that's about it for cons. Man. I really just don't have anything.
Those aren't even really cons. We literally were like, dude, I don't have anything bad to say about
my other super nitpicky thing, even though I have a pro of how you have real-time battery voltage, I would like to see a second battery readout. Just because it is dual battery, and all other mods are going to that, so I would like to see that. But that's super fucking nitpicky.
On the pro side, I love the cool factor is off the charts with this mod. I mean, literally, it's one of the coolest mods I've seen. I love the screen. I love everything that's on the screen. I love the color.
Because it's not bland. It's actually a colored screen.
It's colored, and it gives you information that I feel is important. There's no stupid puff counter. There's no timer that I don't care about.
It's not a bunch of fucking, like, Samsung bloatware.
Yeah, exactly. I like the dual live voltage readout of your batteries. It lets you know what voltage is still in those batteries, plus what voltage you're currently using when you fire, and then a battery meter with a percentage bar on it. I think that's perfect. Yes. I don't personally think it needs a second battery meter.
The wattage and or the TCR mode, big number up front.
Yeah,
gives you the big, you know. There's just...
I like that the numbers change color as you go higher. They go from green to yellow to red. That's kind of cool. That's just...
Same thing with the battery. As the battery dwindles, it will start to
change colors.
Change colors to let you know that, oh, hey, your battery's going
right. The mod... Okay, when the mod first... They started, like, teasing it. I thought it looked amazing. And then I saw a couple, like, first look videos that guys did, and I was like, oh, man, that thing looks cheap. It looks cheap. It looks cheesy.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. This thing feels amazing in the hand.
This has a great weight.
Since I got my Alien, this has been my go-to mod for work because the battery life's amazing, and I just love it. I like that one better because even though these aren't sharp corners or hard turns or anything, that one's just so much smoother.
Curvature.
Yeah, I love the way it fits in the hand. It's beautiful.
Yes.
And then that brings us to the biggest pro, in my opinion, of the entire thing is the battery life. Again, when they first started like teasing this thing, it's like, dude, okay, that's going to be super cool, but like the batteries are going to last an hour.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
You even turned it off for a couple of days.
I turned the light off for a couple of days just to see if that made any actual difference in the battery life, and I think it did a little bit, but it's probably
not enough to where you want to give up that cool.
Right. Honestly. At work, we're going on a day at work. I'm typically using like my big baby at 50, 55 watts. I'm getting 11.5 to 13 hours out of the batteries.
Yeah.
It depends on what batteries I have with me that day, but for the most part, like my Samsung 25Rs, I'm getting 11.5 to 13 hours out of the battery. Any mod that can do that, I am going to love because just that kind of battery life is amazing. The only mods I've personally used that compete with that or even maybe nudge it just a little bit would be the Alien and the Mini Conversion 2.
Yeah, which are just fantastic.
Both amazing mods, but this one is such a close third that I hate even calling it a third. Like, yeah, I love
battery life is sufficient on this that I don't hesitate to take it to work. Which is awesome. I can have this mod. Another big pro for me, the fit and finish of this mod.
The finish is
beautiful. I don't know what kind of paint they are using on this, but this thing has not chipped
or
worn or anything. And I have dropped this mod.
As opposed to the Alien, which I've never dropped, and there's paint missing from everywhere, just from where it rattles in the cup holder or whatever. But yeah, the finish is amazing.
It's got a little bit of speckle in it.
It looks like it's flat black. All the pictures look like it's flat black. When I first got it, it looks like it's flat black. But if you hold it in the right light or in the sunlight, there's like this really nice metallic flake to it. And that's attention to detail that I like. I really like that. I love the fire button.
Yes,
I love the fire button.
Everything on this is very
It's got a great click to it. The up and down button's got a great click to it. But I like that big, fat, round, almost flush, but not quite flush. It sticks out just the tiniest little bit.
You can hit it with the edge of your thumb, your big...
I love that.
Yeah, there's no way not to hit this. And it almost is the equivalent of the full-length fire button similar to the Alien and that of the Predator.
I prefer that to this simply because when I'm driving and I'm in a car and I'm in my truck or whatever, I'm always afraid this thing's going to bounce and the bar is going to activate and fire while I'm driving. I never had to worry about that with that.
Another small detail that I love about this mod was they didn't fuck over the look of the mod or the curvature of the mod by just sticking the USB port anywhere. They integrated it into the side and they recessed it. Now, once again, like all my other mods, I'd like to see some kind of a grommet in there because shit gets in there and it's dusty, you know. But I love the fact that they put this off to the side. You know where it's at, but it's not right on top, bam, right here.
Right in the middle of the screen. Smock. But yeah, anyway. I mean...
The battery door, I was a little nervous, but it is a little wonky.
Once you get batteries in there,
it's perfect. Yep. I haven't had this come undone on me. I like the idea that there is a vent hole in the very bottom. As you can see, there's nowhere else on this mod that there are vent, but they did do it at the bottom, so that's a pro in my book.
Yep. I like the fact that they included a preheat function, like we went over in the up close.
Which
I can't really figure out what it's doing. It's not like with the Joytech. Or the Wismac or any of those mods with the preheat function, you can feel it spike up to what you set it to and then drop back off. This one, I don't know if it's just such a slight curve you don't really feel it.
I want to say it almost goes along the same lines as the Dominican curve feature, which once again, guys, have not forgotten about you. I will post a mini video how the curve feature on the Dominican 2 works. But I think I don't think it actually drops off. I think it just balances. It meets in the middle between the two.
Something.
I
can tell a difference. I can tell a difference in the hit, but like I said, I don't feel it like jump up to say 80 watts and then drop back down to 65 or anything like that. But I like that more companies are adding that because when I'm dripping, I love that because it spikes and lets the coils heat up quicker. Yeah. But yeah, again,
guys,
I can't wait to get mine. So yeah, would I recommend it? Absolutely.
Yeah, he literally called me like 3 days after he started using it. He's like, "Fuck, I should have just bought one."
Right? Yeah, I hate that I have to give this back.
This mod is not super expensive.
No, you can find it online for about $45-50.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot lesser mods for a lot more money than what this is. And like I said, I'm really digging this new compact design. And like I said, I gotta give it up to SIGELEI. I mean, they put the cool feature in there, but at the same time, it's just, the mod itself is beautiful. The curves are perfect. It fits in your hand beautifully. So A+ of them. But I think that's all I've really got for this mod, guys. I highly recommend it.
If we're going with the means nothing to anybody scale of 1 to 10, I'm going with a solid 9 on this one. I'm going to give this one a 9. I love this mod.
And I definitely think if there was a version 2, they could change just a few little minute details.
Super nitpicky stuff, but if they changed it, it would make me want it even that much more.
It'd be like, oh my god, we actually find maybe the perfect mod.
Right, right.
But, like I said, guys, I'm digging it. I recommend it. Now, if for some reason the FDA fucks us all over and they come and steal all our shit, am I going to look for another one?
Yep.
Absolutely. I will be on and find another one. But you fucking can't right now because everybody's fucking sold out.
Every website I've looked at trying to find one sold out. A lot of our local shops, I've noticed, have them. But yeah, as far as the internet goes, they've been sold out pretty much since the day they released. But anyway, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on every social media: Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
inbetween2beards is the number 2. We have an email address now.
Yep. If you want to contact us professionally to send us something, or if you like I said, just the email address is inbetween2beards@gmail.com. Leave us a comment if you guys have any questions, concerns. Yep. Fucking tell us to piss up a fucking flagpole. That seems to be my phrase lately. Whatever. And once again, just another reminder, we are planning on attending the Columbus, Ohio VapeCon. We are going to continue as the weeks progress. Actually, by the time
this video is going up, we're probably going to be about 2 weeks away. And I'm not going to lie, I'm super excited.
Yeah, we're super excited.
There's a couple people that are going to be there that I'm pissing myself to meet. So.
Right. Like I said, the guys from Top Notch Vape are going to be there.
Top Notch are going to be there. Mike from Vape Mass is going to be there. I think they made it official publicly. Grim Green and Oh Boy OC are going to be there representing.
Oh man,
they're going to be there representing anarchists.
I'm going to sign my brochure bottle, man, I'm telling you.
Kind of going to nerd out on that one a little bit. But anyway, guys.
We plan on filming a lot of that, too, so we can give you guys some good footage. But let us know what you guys think if you want to see that shit. Which, whatever. But like I said, guys, that's all for us. So until next video,
vape on.
Vape on.